Hey Russell, we head into Saturday's game, back-to-back wins. Must be a bit of a buzz about the place.
It is always nice to get a win, particularly on the road. It was a well-earned victory. It was a tough game at Walsall, but we're delighted with the 3 points. Sets us up, and we've got a very, very tough game, obviously, on Saturday against Bolton, who are unbeaten themselves.
Yeah, obviously they've won 4 from 4 in the league. Fair to say it's our toughest challenge so far?
Yeah, I mean, it will be a big yardstick. I look at their group, their squad, and there's very little difference really from last year in terms of the starters. There'll be 8 or 9 of the starters from their championship campaign. So they've got good players. I've always been a fan of Davis, and Medine is an handful up front. They've got experience in Wheater at the back, Vela, who I've always liked as a player. They've got players in key positions that can be an influence, and we're going to have to work hard to nullify that.
Obviously, it's been pretty much the first time we haven't had a midweek game interrupting our preparation, if you like, for Saturday. How has that changed things compared to previous weeks?
You hope it's of a benefit, because we've got quite a smallish group, a smallish squad. So we've gone Saturday, Tuesday, and in the main, particularly over the recent games, a large majority have done a lot of minutes. So it helps for them to, just to draw breath a little bit and to get over any little niggly injuries that you pick up along the way in those games, which we have done. As you know, Ricky's picked up one in most of those games, and 1 or 2 others have had a few little problems, but nothing major. But you pick these up, and you're never able to get rid of them if you're not careful whilst you're playing. So it gives you a little bit of time to regroup.
So without giving away too much ahead of Saturday, is there any concerns, or is that week given us quite a good run-up injury-wise?
Yeah, I mean, our only concern will remain Lee Novak going into these next couple of games. We've not had his services available for last couple, so that's the only major concern going into the game Saturday.
More good news on Monday. We saw Harry Lennon come back and play for the under-23s. Obviously Patrick Bauer as well got more minutes under his belt. So that's quite pleasing that we're boosting the ranks, if you like, in that these players are now becoming available again.
Yeah, all good signs, Ollie, to see them coming back. I watched the game, and Patrick, as you say, got 90 minutes, and Harry got about 70 minutes, so that was good. And 1 or 2 of the younger players as well that I hadn't seen, that have not had that much football either, like Cookie. I was able to see him. Kennedy, I was able to get a picture of him as well. So it was good. It was good to see 1 or 2 playing out there, and got a good result as well, so made it worthwhile.
Obviously, we found out yesterday the Scunthorpe game has had to be postponed. How does that set you up for the next couple of weeks? Is it good to have that extra week, as we're talking about players coming back, people like Neil Novak? Is it useful, or is it frustrating?
Yeah, it can be, but sometimes as well you can lose that little bit of momentum that you've got. But it is what it is, as you know. Being in the Championship, it's a regular occurrence anyway. So it's not something that, as a football club, Charlton won't be used to. So we'll deal with that situation. The fact that we've got 3 or 4 that have got call-ups is good in a sense. It's good, and certainly those boys that have been called up deserve it. But yeah, no, we'll be still working hard, even without their services on the training ground.
And finally, next Tuesday, we do have this Checker Trade Trophy match against a Southampton development squad. Any thoughts about how we're going to approach that? Obviously, there's certain rules about how many first-team players play, and have you thought ahead to that yet?
Yeah, of course. So that means that it's a competitive game. That's the first and foremost, and you want to, whatever side you put out, you want to perform, and you want to get the right result. Will it allow me to make changes? Yes, it will, but there's a limit to those changes I can make, as you've pointed out. So, but there will be changes. It might be an opportunity, for the likes of Dylan, who's been patiently waiting for his opportunity. to let him make his debut for the football club. I'd like to do that, and that's something that, you know, all things being equal, that will give us an opportunity to do that. But as for wholesale changes, that's not going to be possible anyway, but we shall move it around a little bit.